A little bit early. Let me invite Bobby here. And we'll fire off an invite. And then we'll be ready to go. Okay. Text him as well. Whoa, this dog is going crazy over here. 1 second, guys. Stacey, this dog's going nuts out there. No, this dog's going crazy. This is nuts. Okay, there is actually one lineup, one stack that I am just not getting to, that I have to just get to. Where's my chat? Oh, there it is. Sorry. And I have to get to that. So let's pull up a DraftKings. Because there is one lineup I want to get to. Let me just see. Is there any availability left in this tournament? Yes. So we're going to build one more in the medium 8s. I'm not going to build the whole thing, but I don't know why I'm not getting there. But I'm going to force it in, and I'm not happy about it because I'm going against one of Bobby's plays here. But just because they're ranked like my top play, I have to kind of get to some of it. So I'm going to play some Milwaukee here. That would be Yelich. That would be – these guys are so freaking cheap. Hey, Bobby.
Hey, what's up, man?
I have to get this in. I was hoping to do it before you showed up because I didn't want you to see that I was stacking against Mikolas a little bit here. So let's just see.
I've only got him in one lineup, but it's a 250. It's not a nothing lineup.
Yeah, only because they're just on principle. They just ranked my top stack now, so I just kind of want to get it, just for principle's sake. But I mean, if Daniel Vogelback's 2,100. Yeah, I mean
these are all. That's why Mikolas's K-prop has jumped 1.5.
That is true.
There's a flip side to that coin.
There's a dog that's going completely ballistic in my backyard. Stacey, you hear this?
Taiwan Walker.
Jace Peterson is hitting first at 2,200.
Yeah, did I get it? I mean, you've also got Calhoun, other places. You've got Nootbaar on the St. Louis side. I get all of it. That just made me stick with Mikolas in the lineup.
Yeah. Who we like Trey Turner a little bit?
Yeah, I like Trey Turner. I'm getting much more into the Giants idea though. The Giants, Red Sox, Twins as my top stacks.
Yeah, I like the I have the Twins, and I'm still getting to those freaking Diamondbacks.
The Diamond,
This is craziness here.
What's happening with that thing?
I'm telling you, it's a disaster.
You need the dog whisperer. What was that girl's name? Chloe or something?
Yeah, that's right, Chloe. Oh man. Who do you like at catcher tonight? Garver?
Garver, Posey, and
Garver's not catching.
Oh, he's not in. Sorry. Posey, Wade. Sorry, Posey and Plawecki are my favorites.
Who else do you like from that San Francisco game? Who's at second base there, you think? Nobody, right?
I don't know if we're going to have a second baseman in San Francisco.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's hard to know because they don't have their lineup out yet, which is just really good. Oh, here it comes. Wade, Bryant, Posey. Oh, Solano. That would be the number 8 hitter. But, Flores is in there. Wade, Bryant, Posey, Crawford, Longoria, Flores, Yastrzemski, Solano. That's their lineup.
They have anybody good in the outfield that's cheap?
Yeah, Willie Calhoun, Lars Nootbaar, Jace Peterson.
No. For San Francisco.
Not anymore. No, their guys are pricier up there now. Well, Solano, I mean, I guess you could play him.
Yeah. Hold on, let me just do this. Then I'll be done with this part of my. Get one Milwaukee guy, a couple of San Frans, a couple of Minnesotas. Yeah, that's good enough. I just want to get a little bit of Milwaukee. All right. All right. So who do you got today?
So that's what I'm going with. I have a lot of Boston and San Francisco combo stacks. I have Minnesota as my next one with the Dodgers. Those are the 4 teams I'm playing for the most part. Again, people I don't think are going to play these Giants all that much, and I'm very happy to take a shot here. I also think that, Kike Hernandez, Plawecki, Verdugo, my man Verdugo, are going to, and Iglesias will all be fairly low owned. Actually, I think Plawecki will end up owned, but Iglesias, Verdugo, and Kike should be pretty unowned.
Yeah, I'll give you my ownerships here. First of all, what are you doing at pitching?
Scherzer, Walker, pretty straightforward pitching for me, except for I am using some Mikolas, especially after the way that lineup came out. Garrett Cole, Eovaldi. I have a Montaz and Gilbert.
Yeah, I don't think I have a share of Walker on DraftKings.
Good. That's good. I like that. You're already going to be different.
Yeah. So I got 40% Scherzer, like 30% Cole. I got, where I'm kind of dying on the hill here. So I did get up to 25% Eovaldi, and I'm taking a shot with the Pineda.
Okay.
That's going to be my cheapo.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I get the fading Walker. I'm finding it because I want to play the big Red Sox a little bit tough to fade Walker as much, but I certainly understand it. I mean, this guy hasn't had a good start in forever. However, this is basically the situation where he should have a good start, So I'm just going to kind of roll with it. By the way, if the other sneaky stack to me would be my Miami, because of how Walker has had these weird tons of home run games for a guy who basically just keeps the ball on the ground. But he's had so many of them the second half of the season. I would take some shots with that.
Yeah, so I got all kinds of Boston again. Dying on the hill. On DraftKings, on FanDuel, all over the place. I got a lot of Minnesota. And I forced in some San Francisco, like you were talking about, and I got too much Arizona. So that's where I am on DraftKings. Do you have any Rodon? I ended up more of than I thought I was going to have. I have like 19% of him.
I didn't end up with any Rodon.
Okay, I don't blame you.
But I am going to play this weird situation here. Like, I just really I wish I liked Solano a little better as a hitter, but I don't care. I'll play the 8 hitter to get weird. This lineup is gonna. There's nobody playing this. I'm gonna play Verdugo probably in my Boston stacks at no ownership at 3,300. The guy who I oddly have the least of, which I'd like to change, is Wade. I'd like to get some more Wade.
I've got an awful lot of Gilbert on FanDuel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have Gilbert as my main pitcher on FanDuel, and I actually do have a little bit of Alex Wood.
Yeah, I didn't get to any of that.
I understand that. Like, I'm not going to sit here and tout like say this is the best play or anything. I'm just telling what I'm doing.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
You know, it is interesting that Brennan. You know, the Giants have scored the most runs in the National League, second most runs in baseball this season, and we act like somehow we can't play them playing in San Francisco against like literally in the nut spot. And I'm just not going to forgive myself if I don't do it.
To play who?
To play Boston. I'm sorry, to play San Francisco.
Yeah.
I'll never forgive myself.
Yeah, you have one of the best. You got one of the better teams in baseball against a guy you've been targeting all year. Why not?
With the worst bullpen in baseball behind them. I mean, they did their job to prove it last night. Weaver went out there, looked great for 7 innings, and then sure enough, in the 8th inning, the wheels come off and San Francisco goes nuts. You know what I mean? Like, they'll get there at some point. Yeah, I actually don't think I need to get quite. The problem is they overlap like crazy with the Boston stack on DraftKings.
What do you mean?
Like the guys I want to play, like I want to play Devers in my Boston stack, and then I've got Chris Bryant, but then I want Renfroe. I want 2 of the outfielders from Boston, whether they be Renfroe Martinez, Renfroe Hernandez, whether Renfroe Verdugo, and then it's hard to play. Then you have to play one giant, which I'd like to be Wade. So I'm just sort of finding a little bit of an issue getting the guys exactly the way that I want them. Maybe this stack is. I mean, honestly, it feels weird because I am the one who plays JD. I love JD. I love this guy. I just think he's been so bad. Maybe I can skip it and on this particular slate and play instead of Verdugo, who's completely unowned in my stacks and allows me a little bit more money elsewhere.
That's the Bobby special, man.
It works out well. The problem is
it does. I mean,
you know the problem with it though? Every time I do it, it's only those other guys who do anything. Last time I stacked it was Schwarber and Renfroe last night, and then the time before that it was Verdugo. Last time I stacked them, I played Verdugo in the 8-hole. He was 0.2% owned for a Boston team that had like 25% owned on every other player. And of course he goes 4 for 5 and puts up 19 points. Nobody else has more than like 8. I'm like, how does this happen?
Don't you love it? Like when Stassi outscores Ohtani, that's always like my favorite. Right?
Stassi's not playing though.
Yeah.
He was my catcher. It happens all the time, I feel like, with that, but it's just frustrating, man.
Did you get any of that Angel game after all that, or no?
No, in the end, especially because Stassi was one of my favorite bats there. I actually think he's a decent enough hitter in real life. Dodger lineup just came out. It's basically exactly what you'd picture. In fact, it's not basically. It is exactly what I had projected. So Will Smith would be the other catcher you'd want. Betts, Seager, Turner, Smith, Muncy, Pollock, Taylor, Lux.
So those are no surprises there, right?
No surprises.
Okay. I have you have Taylor Hearn or anything?
See yeah, I mean, I actually considered quite a bit of it, to be honest with you, but I just didn't pull the trigger.
I only have him in one lineup. I have him
I'm thinking about it.
I have him paired with Montas.
I'm thinking about pairing him with Mikolas.
Yeah, same difference.
Seriously. Yeah.
Well, it's actually the exact opposite. I'm paying for Montas. They're paying you to take Mikolas.
Yeah, exactly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do this. Dodgers, and if we do that, Pollock. And the weird part is, this doesn't feel right. To keep the 4-man Giant stack intact with my 4-man Boston stack, I could easily switch it over to a 5-3 with Devers instead of Crawford. But I kind of want to play Crawford. That's my guy I'm calling a shot on tonight. I think he hits one.
Crawford?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I do have an Indian stack too. I should have mentioned that one.
Yeah, why not?
I think they make a lot of sense. And I like that. I literally, it's an Indian stack with basically all the high priced ones, just skipping the cheap ones, which is the opposite of what people do who stack them.
Let's see what kind of Cleveland stuff I have. Let me see how much Ramirez. Yeah, I got like 20% of that stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah, I got both Ramirez's.
I like it.
That's actually, if I'm not mistaken, Is this my big lineup with the Cleveland? Not my big one, but one of my bigger ones. I have a no-shotter. I have a Scherzer Cole with the old Cleveland, Arizona.
Hey, I mean, I don't know about I still am a little skeptical on the Arizona part of it, but I actually like Arizona's lineup, by the way, today a little bit. Marte keeps trying to force his way into my lineups, and I wouldn't have a problem with that.
Hey, did you ever get on to Eovaldi?
Oh, I keep ending up 100 off of where I need to be. Yeah, I did.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah, I'm in. Let's see if we get Flores. Bryant. Crawford. I haven't jumped in there. I'll jump in there in a second. Take a look. Oh, look, I just got the Dodgers and Giants all lined up perfectly together. There's the winner. That's going to win the $18 too. That's not even just going to win the big one. It's going to win all the money.
I have I think I already know the answer to this. I can't believe I'm even asking you this question.
Go for it.
But I think it's a legitimate question. So, who do you like more, Henry Ramos or Willie Calhoun?
Henry Ramos. Wait, who? Oh, Calhoun is the answer, but Ramos is fine. Just more the. It's not even the devil you know versus the devil you don't. Like Willie Calhoun, I expect to have a big seat. Like he's a good baseball player. Like he's a good hitter. It's just he's had a rough go and he's been injured all year. So, but either one is completely fine by me. I am personally going with the Calhoun side.
I
love Lars. Sorry, go ahead.
And this is the theoretical question, right? So, if you have a choice between Calhoun and Ramos, but you also have a couple of Arizonas in your lineup, do you like Calhoun more than Ramos enough to compensate for the correlation you're losing?
Wait, so do I like Calhoun and Ramos enough?
Look, I'll put it another way. I have 3 Arizonas. Okay.
Okay.
I have 3 Arizonas, and I have 1 slot left to fill, and I could either pick a 4th Arizona and Ramos or a 1-off with Calhoun.
I think that you probably would want to keep your stack integrity.
That's what I figured.
I love Lars Nootbaar. They want a pitching breakdown. I'll read mine in just a minute. I have probably too much to Taijuan Walker. I'm just going for. I'm taking a shot with it. I'm playing a lot of Dodgers and expensive Giants and Boston, so I'm kind of having to find myself with a little bit of savings. But I am playing Walker either with Scherzer, which is going to be chalky, but I'll play it with San Francisco, so I'm not too worried about it. Or I'll play Walker with Mikolas or O'Hearn. Hearn, excuse me, not O'Hearn.
I have so much Boston.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I looked like last night, so I can't blame you.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it, in my opinion.
It's a good hedge against me rooting against them, too, so that's good.
Yeah, that's true. Not something I have to worry. Actually, I mean, you guys got a pretty good lead on them. It's more just who you're going to play, them or at this point, more likely you're going to play them or the Blue Jays. Who would you rather play, Sheets?
Boston.
I don't blame you. They look horrible.
Well, I don't want to go against Robbie Ray.
Hey, but of all teams that match up with Robbie Ray, you'd have to think the Yankees are probably number 1.
Yeah, but no, I'll take my chances with who the Red Sox are going to throw at me. Sale?
It doesn't matter. Yeah, you're right. They don't have somebody throw out. But I don't know Robbie Ray or that will happen because they're going to have to fight every inch to get there, So you're going to probably have to use your number 1 starter if you're not. The Yankees are the only team.
Like Ryu is going to be. I mean, I don't need to face him either.
Yeah. By the way, I would actually be just as scared of Ryu as I would be of
right.
Robbie Ray. Yeah.
They'll have they'll have Ryu and then they'll have freaking Ray coming out of the bullpen.
Yeah. Yeah. So no, did we get a correction on a lineup? No, it's the Dodgers lineup. Taylor's. Well, it's weird. You know how you can get lineups like I obviously subscribe to all the Dodger things. So somehow I get the Dodger lineup like 7 minutes before any of the other sites seem to get it.
Oh yeah.
I have all the notifications, but it's kind of fun because it sometimes matters. Like they release the lineup late so often. Pitching for me, so I have Taijuan Walker 50% on DraftKings. I have 30% Scherzer, 10% Montas, 25% Gilbert. No, sorry, 30% Gilbert, 25% Eovaldi, and 20% Cole.
Carlos Rodon start Wednesday's games. Nearly okay. Maybe I'll get rid of this Rodon lineup. 10-2 for Rodon. I mean, why do I want to do that? I'm just gonna make that Scherzer. That's not a problem.
Let's go with it.
Yeah, I don't need that. So now I'm up to like 55% Scherzer. I mean, they'll let him pitch, right?
I mean, as long as he's pitching well, they need to win this game.
Well, that's fine. Well, if not pitching well, I don't care anyway, right? So,
right, exactly. No, I mean that's the thing is he's got the ultimate leash.
Right. Molly, you got to be kidding me, right?
Really going for it today.
Oh yeah.
45. There we go.
Any other questions we got here? What do we got? This dog's going bananas. I'll probably done like 10, 15 minutes.
I'll have to say one thing though. Can I do a quick little vent about Scherzer coming over, which I love. I mean,
you can vent as long as you like.
Scherzer is like my guy. He's been like everybody. I talk about Scherzer all the time until I was probably a little too late. I was always the one who always put him over DeGrom. When actually I think it was the better thing for a while until the last 2 years. And then he comes over to the Dodgers, which I love. But we were going to have an actual that the problem is with him and Turner. They cost us a World Series 2 years ago because they beat us in the postseason. Now Scherzer comes over and he uses the Dodgers as a launching pad to win his Cy Young over my other guy, Walker Buehler. So that's my only frustration with Scherzer.
Hang on one second. Stace, could you bring Molly in, please?
Yeah, it's a little. I don't necessarily love what I'm doing with Walker. Just to be honest with you guys, I do have more of him than I definitely intended. I think it's a really. I actually think it's a really. I think he's going to have a good game. But I mean, you look at it and we say, okay, well, he's been so terrible. Now look at these games he's faced though teams and he's been terrible. At Boston, Philly, New York Yankees, which he actually was pretty decent against the Yankees. He had 8 strikeouts in 6 innings. He just gave up, a big three big home runs. That's the problem. He hasn't really had a cake matchup in a long time, and this is the first one he's got. So
I'll tell you something else, Bobby. If I'm in the mood, things aren't going well, whatever it is, I could totally just change my whole thing at the end. Drop Scherzer, pick up some expensive Dodger bats, and go to Logan Gilbert or something like that.
Absolutely,
totally that.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah.
If you have with your Diamondback stack, yeah,
or whatever. I mean,
well, yeah, I was just thinking. I mean, because of the later game, that's why I was saying.
I mean, if my Red Sox are starting to be a pain in the neck, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or more to the point, if someone else seems to be getting there, that I don't have, I need to catch up.
It's funny. I'm looking at my lineups, and one of my big criticisms I have of my own lineups right now, other than the Walker maybe a little too much thing, I really don't like. Which I'm gonna get down to about 40% Walker by the end of this. But I don't like that I've got so much Plawecki, and I actually like Plawecki. Like I think he's actually a decent real life hitter. But the problem is, I'll tell you exactly what's going to happen with him. He's going to turn into a situation. And I think Verdugo would stay in anyway, because it's not like Verdugo's a lefty. They're playing him against a lefty. Kind of weird to sit Schwarber after he had a home run off the lefty last night. It goes, 1 for 1 with a walk. But Plawecki is going to turn into what's his name, Schwarber, and then somehow they'll do some sort of another switch that will knock somebody else out of the game, and then Plawecki will become Vasquez. It's just. I just don't know if he's even going to play enough. So I think I have a little too much Plawecki, and that's what I've got to change. It's very weird the Dodgers aren't playing Justin Turner tonight. I didn't realize that in the first run through on the lineup. Every Dodger, the problem with also playing them in addition to being expensive, they're all, I mean, not all of them, but if no Turner in the lineup, that means that they're basically everybody's a pinch hit risk outside of their top 4 hitters. Like Pollock is a pinch hit risk, which is weird because Pollock's great. But anyway, that's an issue I'm having right here. Let's get the Plawecki. So anything with Plawecki. Yeah, I'm going to try and turn some things from Plawecki and those guys out of there. And I don't have to play Alex Wood. There's no reason for me to do that. Alex Wood, your big fear of fading him would be like he pitches a perfect game or something. Like,
yeah, I'll let it. I mean, it's possible.
Yeah, no, seriously. No, I mean, I know, but you know what I mean. That makes you feel a little better about it, for me anyway.
Yeah.
How does Minnesota have a million? Oh, they are playing one. They're playing Jeffers. That's who it is. I'll play Jeffers.
When's the last time JD Martinez did anything?
It's been forever. That's what I was saying. It's really frustrating.
But meanwhile, oh my God, look at this. He's 27 home runs, of which none of them have been during this on the DraftKings app here, like in his game log.
Oh, I know. Well, he was hitting like 320 with that too. It's been a while for him. I mean, for me to leave him out of my main lineup shows you that I really am worried about him. I think there might be something wrong. And by the way, like another guy we didn't talk about very much, I still think there's a path for Eliezer Hernandez. I just don't think you need to do it on this slate. I just think that he's got really good stuff. And again, hasn't had a matchup as good as this one in a while. And he's going to break out at some point. 1, 2, 3 for Boston, 5 for them. And Cal Raleigh. Is there anybody at 8,600? Rivaldi is the only.
Finale, Big Brother tonight.
Hey, I'm gonna watch that one. I'm kind of if that X doesn't win though, I'm done. I'll never watch the show again.
He's got one shot.
He shouldn't. No, the other Derek will pick him too.
No way.
Yeah, he will. He shouldn't, but he will.
Oh, I don't know about that.
He will. You're giving the guys too much credit. I think.
Well, first of all, it's between him and Azza.
I know. He's gonna pick. He's closer with X. He keeps saying his only chance.
No, what I'm saying is X is going to be in the finals of the head of household against Azza.
Is that already happened?
I believe so.
No, wait a minute. They didn't show that in the last episode.
Oh, I don't know.
That sucks. I was really rooting against her. I mean, it's still unfair, man. Not unfair, but it's just so annoying to me. He's so much better at this thing than everybody else was.
Well, part of it is, is maintaining that air of beatability, that someone will pick you to get to the final two.
He did as good of a job as he could. He just happened to be much better than everybody else,
Yeah. So he's got to win the household. It is kind of annoying. It all comes down to the one competition at the end.
Yeah, if he loses if he loses, but that 1 year, that guy, the best ever, that guy Dan. This is what I did again during quarantine. One of my other things, he lost, and there's no way that you could never tell me in a million years that makes any sense. Like that guy was like the best of anybody.
Well, Paul, I thought was the best player ever. I liked it.
I don't even remember which one Paul is.
Paul basically rigged literally every competition exactly the way he wanted to. It was like 3 seasons ago. He actually coordinated like exactly who.
He was good, and he was really annoying at first, and then he kind of grew on us a little bit.
Yeah.
Favorite stacks for today. I went through them, Christian, but I'll do it again. Boston, Dodgers, actually in order. Boston, Giants, Twins, Dodgers. Any Rasmussen or Pineda. Sheets has a little Pineda. I'm not going in there with Pineda very much. But I don't mind it. I'm totally with the Pineda idea. In fact, he actually might end up in like a smaller buy and larger field tournament.
He's is he my biggest one? No, he's not. He's not my biggest one. My biggest buy-in has Cole and Eovaldi.
All right, I've got that in my single entry ones. I hate this single entry lineup that I have though, so I'm going to change that.
Let's see what we got here.
Any questions in there?
I don't see anything.
Wade, Flores. Boy, I really do. I'm leaving myself in a weird spot with this. Better just leave 400 on the table, play Kurt Suzuki. Maybe it's a good time for my ultimate long shot play, Sonny Gray or Berrios. Max Fried was a question. I didn't get to him, but you know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to get to him because I don't think there's anything wrong with that play. It's a very important game. It's a tough matchup, but all of those guys, 86 to 8,900 guys, are really good, interesting options. And this guy is like the most – look at his game log and tell me how efficient this guy is. He throws less than 100 pitches and goes 6 to 9 innings every single start, including – I mean, he's thrown 2 out of his last 2 complete games in his last 9 starts, including his last one out. But he only threw 98 pitches, and that was against San Diego too. He's good.
We got Barn Burner Thursday Night Showdown tomorrow. We got actually it could be a good game. We got the two young quarterbacks. I like it.
What's the game tomorrow? I can't even think off the top of my head.
It's Burrow against Trent against Lawrence.
Oh, nice. I think Cincinnati's going to beat him, but I do think
it could be a fun game.
Yeah, I agree. Burrow has been the most accurate. He has the most touchdown passes inside the red zone of any quarterback in football with the highest efficiency.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Quietly, it's like nobody's really talked about him much. Yeah, I'm gonna live and die on the San Francisco. It's really weird that I'm saying that because obviously I honestly want San Francisco to lose this game 12-11 or something. I just need them to lose. But I can't ask for them to lose to Arizona. Arizona is just a joke. I have a tiny bit of Trevino as a one-off at catcher just to save some money, by the way, just to throw that out there. Just I needed a minimum cost guy.
The only thing I would, not to play devil's advocate, whatever, but did San Francisco still have those guys with all the pinch hit risk or not so much?
No, there's some risk there, but what are they going to do? You're going to bring in a lefty to face a team that's now become more right. Like they used to be a lefty-dominated lineup that would turn, and then they'd bring Flores. But you've already got Wilmer Flores is in the starting lineup against a righty. Okay. So who are you bringing in exactly? Because Brandon Belt ain't there. That's the only thing. So I feel like there's definitely pinch hit risk, sure, but it's later in the game with either they could bring in one of the lefties against a righty. If you have a righty starting against a righty, it's kind of hard for us to project a pinch hit risk with another righty coming in. So
right.
Unless the game is close, which in that case you don't really like your stack that much anyway. So no Taiwan Walker. Ugh. The thing is, I don't like the idea of playing this super uber chalky Walker. So I have to face some of this out. I just have
to.
Just Taiwan Walker. I've just got too much of it. And I'm doing my normal thing where if I'm not going to play JD in either of my main builds, he is going to end up in all of my secondary builds.
Nice.
Each and every one of them.
All right. Who do we like in it for Arizona? I mean, for San Francisco? Who are we favorites?
I keep ending up on Walker's price tag exactly. Posey, Crawford, Wade, Bryant. And then Solano I like as an off-the-board second base play, but you don't really need to get that far off the board with San Francisco. Oh, Flores too. They overlap positions so much with Boston, it's really frustrating.
Well, that's good. I mean, one use him as a hedge, maybe.
Yeah.
Flores, Posey.
The problem is I would like to play them with Boston very much.
Crawford, Wade, Stremski. You could play these San Francisco guys and pay up for pitching.
You could do it. I mean, most of them are pretty. The ones I like are pretty expensive. They're not super. Oh, yeah. I mean, they're medium. They're basically priced similar to Boston. Wow. Now I have Taylor Hearn in a couple big lineups. Great.
Fantastic. Who's good at third base here?
Let's see.
No.
Montas. I like Montas. I don't think it's it's an automatic play, but I really like Montas. I think it's really good play. I think Montas and Nola are close, but I think Montas I would take a little bit ahead of Nola.
Did you get to oh shoot, now I forgot who I was gonna ask. God damn it, I suck. I got distracted by something else. Scherzer, Eovaldi, and then all kinds of late stuff. What kind of late stuff can I put in? No.
Storm's very healthy. You're firing. We're receiving. The good news, they're moving quickly. Philly is very much close.
Arias. Where's Minnesota? Donaldson. And then a cheapo. Oh, look who's 2,200. I forgot about that. Jake Cave's 2,200 also.
Where's he batting? 8th?
Yeah, bad. He's batting 8th.
That's all right. He's got the power, though. Yeah, so like the Scherzer Walker, what I'm doing is I'll turn that into Montas. Well, the problem is they're in the same game. I still think it's okay, but Montas and Gilbert or Montez and Wood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Cole, Eovaldi, that's good. Scherzer, Pineda, Eovaldi.
I ended up with more Eovaldi than I thought I would.
Yeah. All right. If there's nothing else, I guess I'll get out of here, no?
Yeah, if there's nothing else, good luck, everyone. I've been up since 3:30 in the morning. I just drove 5 hours to Santa Barbara and back, so I am probably going to take a nap after baseball locks.
Enjoy. You can't take a nap if you're going to be alive with the Dodgers in San Francisco for all the cheese later, though.
Oh, I'll wake up for that.
I'll wake you if you're alive.
Sounds good. Good luck. I buy one last thing to Project Mayhem. There's a lot of pitchers to kind of like tonight, so I don't want to say them all the time, but I don't mind you for playing Plesac. That game has serious weather delay possibilities. So on a slate like this, I'm just finding myself not doing as much of the Plesac thing. But I don't mind if you want to go. And there's so many options tonight pitching-wise. So if you want to do that, go ahead and do it.
All right. See you later, guys.